Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Over to you then, Lina.
Thank you, Mark. I'm going to share the screen as well, if that's okay. So I can bore you a little bit with the short presentation. I know that all of you here, you actually want to relax more than listen to my presentation, but I'm going to try to make this short. And just to explain a bit better why I'm doing what I'm doing. I hope you can see me and my presentation. Yeah, okay. I can
Yes,
see.
we can. Thank you.
Perfect. That's great. And yeah, so this is me. And today we're going to talk a little bit about simple relaxation techniques for stress relief. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm Lina Kochanske from Lina's Holistic Coaching, and I was working for over 10 years in a stressful, mentally demanding finance environment where all the stress came from actually, and I kind of it's resulted in a lot of stress related illnesses like migraine, IBS, anxiety, and chronic stress. And I have to apologize straight away actually for Shabari and Sabrina, because I know they came to a few of my events and they're gonna probably see the same information that I usually share with you, so just bear with me. I'm gonna try to improvise with something a bit more fun in the end. And this is why because I try to help myself with all those stresses that it actually occurred from my work environment. But I'm vegan, obviously, myself. I'm a bit more towards spirituality and a holistic, uh, natural ways of healing yourself. I'm a herbalist as well, so I've always been interested into all these natural, non-harmful, and not time-consuming techniques that actually helps you to reduce stress effectively and fast. And this is where I started to think about more how we can do that, like what is causing all those problems during work and all these stresses. I realize as well that relaxation is a huge part, or should be a huge part, of our life and our health routine. So obviously a lot of you know that your mind, it can soak up as much information, and it can just, you get overwhelmed, or like I just in general like very very stressed with too much information, too much time doing what you're doing and not giving yourself a break. So you need rest, that's pretty much obvious. And you need rest, your mind needs rest, your body needs rest. Obviously, research found that taking break can improve your mood, boost your performance, increase your ability to concentrate and pay attention. This is what we want when we actually in our business or work, or we want to be concentrated, we want to be relaxed, we want to feel good and actually be present at what we're doing. So rest is important part of healthy lifestyle for all ages. It helps our body and mind, regulates our moods, as I say, and helps us with memory, function, and all our bodies to function properly. So this is just a very, very short example. I think most of you probably seen my post about the effect of stress on different levels, so physical, emotional, social, different actually aspects of life. It can be affected by stress. In this case, I just gave you an example of physical stress, or how it actually affects our body, and that usually comes up as a low energy, headaches, upset stomachs. There's a lot of relation stress and your gut, so obviously all the digestive issues. It could be related to stress, aches and pains in your muscles, chest pains, rapid heartbeat, insomnia. It's very common one. Frequent cold and infections. That was my case. I used to get ill every single time I used to start the new job and all this kind of thing. That's again just a proof of stress. And for example, how you feel and how you should be feeling when you actually give yourself enough time to relax, it's on the other side. So it's like all the problems that you have with stress, it kind of reverse when you give yourself a bit of relaxation time. So relaxation lets your body know that it's okay to save energy, because when you stress, you actually use all that energy that you have. and obviously results in better concentration, high energy levels, better sleep, rest cycle, stronger immune system, and obviously better mood. So relaxation techniques can vary. It can be very different depending on personalities. It could be very different depending on like what access you have at that time, especially like if you are at work, you most likely don't have time to run in the middle of the day. Some of you do, some of you don't. But also just to keep in mind that not all relaxation techniques are equal. So a lot of us, when we are stressed, we just come back home, flop on the couch in front of the TV, and that's our relaxation. So I want to tell you that this is not really the right relaxation technique, because it will give you that distraction from the stress accumulated throughout the day, but you wouldn't release completely and it wouldn't relax your body and mind fully. Rather than that, you need to activate your body's natural relaxation response. A state of deep rest that slows your breathing, heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and brings your body and mind back into balance. And I'm going to just talk about few relaxation techniques, so 5 of them actually, that you can use. Not all those relaxations you can use in the middle of the day, but some of them you will. And exactly the next thing I'm going to show you is what kind of relaxation techniques you can use in the middle of the day when you don't have a lot of time to relax, but you still feel stressed and you want to release that tension. But just for example now, so meditation, deep breathing, yoga, mindful relaxation, and rhythmic exercise is something that I would usually suggest to use, and it's very effective for stress relief. So breathing or a deep breathing, I usually use abdominal breathing, starting from 5 to 20 minutes each day. It actually helps you to relax and relax from stress, reduce anxiety, and just relax your mind in general. Deep breathing increases the supply of oxygen in your brain, so it helps you concentrate better, stimulates parasympathetic nervous system, and just calms you down. Breathe for example, myself, I have asthma, so it's something like a breathing was always a part of my exercise, because it helps to increase the lungs capacity and it helps you to breathe better in general. It helps to release all those seasonal allergy symptoms as well, because the more you train your body to breathe correctly, the better it actually responds to all the breathing issues as well. So you have less effect to that. And now, as all of you want to relax, I'm just going to show you very quick and very easy breathing exercise that you can do it in the middle of your day. So I'm going to ask you to follow me. And all you need to do, you just need to put your hand on your chest and your belly. So one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. And just start to, you can close your eyes and just start to concentrate on your breathing. So notice the air coming in through your nostrils. Notice your chest expanding when you breathe in. Notice your belly expanding when you breathe in. Try to breathe into your abdominal area. Breathing deeply and slowly. Feeling all that air filling up your lungs, your belly. Breathing out fully. Feeling your chest and your belly contracting. And just starting to let everything go. Let go your thoughts. There is nowhere to be. Nothing to do right now. Just concentrate fully on your breathing. Be curious about your breath. How does it make you feel? Try to deepen your breath. Just breathing in deeply and breathing out. And this particular breathing, abdominal breathing exercise, I call it 5-5-5, because we're going to breathe in on the count of 5. We're going to hold on the count of 5, and we're going to breathe out on the count of 5. So let's just start. Breathe in and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath for the count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just one more time in your own mind. Count to 5 on your breath in. Hold on. 5. And breathe out. And just one last time. And breathe out. Release the air fully. Feel your chest and your abdominal contracting when you breathe all the air out. And then you can just open your eyes and come back to this present moment and present place. So this was one of the exercises that you can actually do. It's very helpful when you have anxieties. This is one of the exercises that we do with the anxiety attack, actually. And the point of this, the most important part of this exercise is actually that holding your breath. So the more you breathe out and the more you hold the oxygen inside, it helps you to relax more, and it helps you to relax all your muscles and actually your mind more. So you can use this exercise when you get stressed or anxious or just tension during the day, and it should help you to relax more. Another option or another relaxation technique is meditation, and I always suggest mindfulness meditation because it just puts you back into this moment where you are at that moment. It helps you to detach from your negative thoughts, anxious thoughts, and just helps you relax in general. Again, it could be done for 5 to 20 minutes. It depends how much time you have. You could do daily, so increase that relaxation that you need on the daily basis. The third one is the rhythmic exercises for those people who usually struggles to relax. So all these relaxing options like meditation and yoga and breathing exercise is something that is a bit too slow for you. I always suggest running, walking, swimming, all the rhythmic exercise that you can do. Again, it helps to release the tension because it gives your brain and your body something else to do instead. It has therapeutic effects and helps to relax, obviously. I recommend mindful exercise and walk in nature. I think because nature adds that part to relaxation more, so you can concentrate on nature and helps you relax. You can actually concentrate on your movement and just be very mindful while you walk, breathing the fresh air. And the last one, or no, not last, actually the fourth one, we have it's yoga. So you obviously, a lot of you probably do yoga, but yoga in particular is very important because it gives you two parts of relaxation. So relaxing your body through the stretch and relaxes your mind and the breathing as well, because there's always a part of breathing that is attached to yoga. So yoga is a combine many popular stress reducing techniques actually, and it's an ancient practice that it helps for the long time for people to relax and just have that additional exercise to your body as well. There is a different types of yoga that I would recommend. Usual the hatha yoga, that's the usual one that you probably know the best, vinyasa as well. But I usually recommend more yin yoga and hot yoga if you want more stress relief. So yin yoga is a slow yoga that you can do, especially in the evening. It's the most recommended because it helps you to slow down. It helps you to relax all your body and your mind and go to sleep easier. Other yoga types before going to sleep, it can disturb your sleep in some cases. Hot yoga is another one that it really helps to relax your body through the whole sweat and all this, because it's a yoga in about 40 degrees and it's quite intense. It just helps your body to kind of force your body to relax in that case. Mindful relaxation is another thing that I always recommend do. So as you plan your day with all the works that you have to do through your day, so it's your business, your family, your kids, different activities that you have to do. You have to be mindful as well about the relaxation part of your day. So there's always have to be a part where you can relax, because otherwise this is cause overwhelm and causes the stress and tension, that constant work, and let's say work and no play. So you always have to have that relaxing time planned in your day to be a bit more mindful about your own abilities, your body's abilities, your mind's abilities to actually function properly. And it can be very different activities. It could be just a hot bath in the evening. It could be your hobbies. It could, like for example, I like painting, so I usually have something like a 1 hour painting exercise for myself, like a art therapy. It can be very varied relaxations. For example, just having a nice chat with your family member, with your friend, having a tea with them over Zoom, if that's something that you cannot actually do in the physical. Sleep as well, and aromatherapy is something that I'm going to talk next about. It really helps to relax all these additional essential oils, and there are some of those that it really helps for your stress relief. And those are lavender, clary sage, melissa, ylang ylang, and rose. There are many more, but those are really effective, and you can even make a blend of those essential oils. You don't have to have some particular instruments or diffusers or something like that. If you want to use essential oils, the best technique that I usually recommend is just to buy essential oils and rub it on your wrists, and that usually release that aroma and helps you to relax as well. So you can even use it at work in the middle of the day. There are roll-ons that you can actually carry with you in your pocket, in your purse, or just have it in the office, and it helps you relax a bit easier. So that was it. That was the presentation. I hope you actually enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the questions, and I'm really looking forward to know how was the breathing exercise.
Thank you, Lina. that was fantastic. Certainly, I found the breathing exercise was excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very good. There's a couple of questions in the chat already. I'm just scrolling up just to make sure I didn't miss any further up, but there's a couple in just near the end. So Kaylee said, if TV is not good relaxation as it's a distraction, is the same true for reading books, or is reading a good relaxation technique?
Sorry, I didn't get that. I think it was a little bit.
She's asking if TV is not good for relaxing. Does that mean the same is true with reading books, or is reading a good relaxation technique?
I would say reading is a better relaxation techniques. So the technique, because actually the watching the TV The problem is that you're just occupying your mind with another activity. And depending on what you are watching as well, like for example, if you're watching an action movie, your mind is just absorbing all those images, sounds, and all this, and it's just working the same way as you would work throughout the day. So when you imagine reading a book, it reduces that activity of the brain, and kind of like it helps you to relax, because first you're reading slower. Second, all your mind, or like let's say your eyes is seeing is just the letters, and it's just trying to produce the kind of like the meaning of what you are actually reading, instead of having all those other stimulus from the TV that you usually get. So always say that reading is a better relaxation, definitely, for sure. I would advise reading, because I think it's very good for our mind to expand. So all the learning addition to it, and the relaxation as well, because it just calms you down. You do it slower. So anything that you do slower is a better relaxation.
Brilliant. Thank you. Sam's asked if you recommend anywhere to buy aromatherapy oils from.
Actually, so there are quite a few different companies that they do around like essential oils. I'm actually myself buying from Plant Therapy, but they are the company that actually based in US. They have really good essential oils. The only problem that you have to ship them from US. So it's something that I'm not really recommend very well, but they have really good essential oils. If you can find something a bit more local, that would actually be great. I could probably even find out a bit more and recommend, because it's something that I think even for me is long overdue research on a better essential oils, that they are more local and more natural. So yeah, sorry, for the moment I don't have that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sam, you also asked about thoughts on reading from Kindles as well, and e-readers, I guess, generally.
I think I actually like both methods. Like I think some people, they just like that paper, kind of like just holding the paper book, but I really think it's equally fine. I think it's still the same. You're only seeing the letters, you are processing the words that you're actually reading. It's still slow exercise kind of in a way. So if it in terms of relaxation, I really think it's the same. If you're using Kindle or you're using the book to read, it still helps you to relax a bit more.
Thank you.
Trying to keep track. Right, so Katie said she struggled to breathe in for more than 3 seconds, could hold for 5 and breathe out for 5. Any tips on breathing in for longer, or does it come with practice? And to be fair, I think I was sort of, I probably made 4, but I was definitely counting that last one rather quickly.
It definitely comes with practice. And in this case, it's kind of just because I wanted to show you an example of it. I was counting in my own kind of like a rhythm. Every single person would have his own rhythm. So you could start with slower, faster, shorter. I would always say you can have the same. So for example, you can do 3-3-3 instead of 5. You can do 4-4-4. That's very common in mindfulness practice. And I think a lot of people, they agree with that 4-4-4. 5-5-5 is a bit more intense and actually a bit more relaxing. So it's kind of like you do give that force of your body to relax. And this is why I kind of like I did it today for you, because you kind of like you just understand a bit better how to relax. But it's very personal, kind of like a practice. If you think that is a bit too long, it doesn't mean anything wrong. It just means that if you would practice, you would get there and it would become easier. As it's the first time, like let's say, oh, it's not something that you do maybe usually. That's why it's like that. So you can always change it to 3-3-3, and that should be fine as well. We just need to make sure that we actually have that equal oxygen and CO2 level in our body. So it would be good to actually, if you keep it the same. So like, let's say 3-3-3 instead of just breathing usually, because we tend to breathe in more when we actually breathe out.
Brilliant. Thank you. And Shabari's asking if there are any apps to help sleep as a long-term insomnia sufferer.
I usually, yes, kind of, I think there are different apps. I don't usually recommend any kind of like a technologies attached. I'm a bit more towards natural, kind of like a make it yourself, like your own relaxation. But I do agree that there are certain sounds, for example, like in my case, I can say like I sleep much better if I turn on some rain sounds, or like in some cases, some people, they like nature sounds, musics, and all this kind of like, if this is something that it helps, music definitely helps to relax. So if you want to use that, you can definitely use it. I think that even the simplest option is just to use Spotify or YouTube. If you want an app, I'm sure there are apps to do that as well, but you can just very easily do it for free on YouTube, just to switch on the sound. I recommend more for insomnia is the mindfulness relaxation, and it's something that we did at the beginning of the breathing exercise. So just letting everything go. So it's kind of like closing your eyes, concentrating on your breath, and just letting all the tension of the day go. You can add the mindfulness, kind of like a body scan as well to that. So in that case, making sure that all your body is relaxed. So just going through step by step, like from the top of your head down to your toes, through every single part of your body, and mindfully relaxing every single area, that really helps to actually let go of that tension and sleep better. So I usually recommend that. I also have it on my YouTube channel, meditation for sleep, and that's exactly the body relaxation that I'm talking about. So I can actually put the link later, and you can just check it out if something that you want for sleep. So you can use that meditation.
Brilliant. Thank you, Lina. Has anyone else got any more questions? I can see lots of advice on apps for you, Shabari, in the chat. But anyone got any other questions for Lina that you haven't wave or shout or unmute?
I just want to say thank you. That was lovely, Lina. A great first thing to start your morning off on a Monday.
Thank you, Gailey. I'm happy you enjoyed it.
I just want to give Lina a shout out because, Shabari, I was suffering with horrible anxiety, middle of the night, awful insomnia and anxiety. And I found Lina, and we created morning routines, evening routines, looked at all the different holistic things that go into it, and I'm cured. I haven't struggled with that for ages, and it's life-changing not to have insomnia. Life-changing. Thank you.
Sabrina, thank you so much for this shout out. I usually, this was like a little part of what I do. So yes, as Sabrina said, I usually do the routines, and we incorporate all these techniques of relaxation, so that is actually personalized for you. And I love doing that. I kind of like, I learned to do this for myself, and I help other people. And I'm very happy that Sabrina is happy about this. It just gives me more boost and more happiness to just know that I'm doing the right thing.
You have to work at it. Once you've had the coaching and you've got the routine, you have to work, it's a consistent daily practice. But, once you know what you're doing, you get into the habit and it really works. Highly recommend it.
Exactly. Definitely. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, everyone, for actually being part of it. And I hope you enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lina. Very much enjoyed it. And it was definitely very relaxing. So that's amazing. I'm going to stop the recording now. So we'll just